got that. We got this. All right. So the two ideas, there's three ideas, but we'll get them all done in no time. So idea number one, log 4 of 6 plus the log 4 of 3x equals log 4 of 36. So these all have logs of the same base. All right, so eventually our goal is to get it to be 1 to 1. All right, and that way we can just cancel out the log part. So we'll be able to do that. What we're going to do is condense. All right, we're going to condense. So the properties you got quizzed on yesterday. So we know we turn addition into multiplication. So this becomes a log 6, or log 4, sorry, of 6 times 3x equals a log 4, 36. And now here's where the 1 to 1 kicks in. Because they're both log 4s, we can cancel out. All right. 6 times 3x is 18x. So now we got the equation 18x equals 36. We divide by 18 to undo the multiplication, and we get x equals 2. The one thing you do want to make sure is you want to plug it back in to make sure you don't have a negative number. If I plug it in there, I got 3 times 2, which is 6. All right. So I'm good to go with x equals 2. With division, you're either going to have a ratio or a rational expression. So the log 2 of x minus 8 minus the log 2 of 6 equals 2. All right, so now with division, it would become the log 2 of x minus 8 over 6 equals 2. Okay. Now, here's what we mean. There is no log over there. So now you have to use the inverse operations. And the inverse of the log is the exponential. The base of my log is 2. So I'm going to raise them both to a power of 2. All right, I'm going to raise them both to a power of 2. All right, what that will enable us to do is cancel those out. And now I got x minus 8 over 6 equals 2 squared, which happens to be 4. To get rid of the division by 6, you multiply by 6. To get rid of the minus 8, you add 8. 4 times 6 is 24. 24 plus 8 is 32. All right, and again, you just make sure it gives you a positive number, which would make that 24. And then if we did the actual math, 24 divided by 6 would be 4. We would be looking at the log 2 of 4, which of course gives us 2. All right. So do me a favor and give 3, 4, 5, and 6 a whirl while I take a 10 dance. Oh, period 5. Okay, for those of you that didn't download it, I'm sorry. I'll get that up there. You can see the problem. I apologize. So those are the 4 problems we're working on. What happened? What did I do wrong?
You're raising both sides to 3.
You're raising it to a power of 3. So the base of this would be 3 to the log 3 of x equals 3 to the 1. All right, I did the same mistake this morning, so I understand. So that would be the x plus 1 equals 3 to the 1, which is 3. I had to plug it back in, and I couldn't get it right, and then I realized what I did. All right, so 3 is 1/2, 4 is negative 1/16. All right, but if you plug the negative back in, it turns that negative into a positive, so we're good to go. For 5 and 6, you got plus minus. That's because if you plug those back in, when we square a negative, it turns it back into a positive. Yes, ma'am.
For number 4,
Yeah.
can't you like when you have 9 over negative 4, to like reduce it so it's 9 over negative 1, and then x equals negative.
I'm going to tell you this instead, if you want to do that way in terms of reducing. See the 36?
Yeah.
That's going to be 1, right? How many times 9 go to 36? If you multiply the numerator by 4, you got to multiply the denominator by 4. So basically, that's why negative 4x. Hold on. You might be onto something. That's negative 1. Hold on. You might be onto something. Because I know it's negative 1/16. Hold on, I got to start over. All right. So basically what you're saying is, so you're at the 9 over negative 4x. All right. We're at the 9 over negative 4x equals 1, equals 36, right? All right. Now, what are you looking to reduce?
36. So like the 4 becomes negative 1 and the 36.
Oh, so you're talking about cross canceling?
Yeah.
Oh, so that would occur when it's like multiplication. So that's the difference.
Oh.
It's a proportion. I got you now. So if you did that, absolutely it would. But it's a proportion, so you cross multiply. That make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, I got what you're saying. And that's why we're doing these. Didn't have a lot of these on the quiz on purpose because we didn't spend a lot of time on this. We'll spend more time on this today and Monday. Monday to get a worksheet. Tuesday we'll go over it and we'll go from there. Okay? All right, on the back real quick, and this is we'll finish up with today and then we'll focus with it on Monday. Using properties of logs in more challenging problems. Log 4 of 12 minus the log 4 of 36 plus the log 4 of 192. All right, so there's different ways to do this. If you want and you don't care about the size of numbers, you can do it all at once. All right, so this is the log 4 of 12 over 36 times 192. So if that makes sense to you, feel free to do it that way. Because anything that is an addition becomes multiplication. Anything that's a subtraction is a division. All right. Now we can do what Sophia was talking about, which is what? Cross canceling. In other words, 12 over 36 reduces down to what? 1/3. So then we would do 1/3 of 192, which is 64. So that becomes the log 4 of 64. All right. And then the log 4 of 64, 4 goes into 4 to the third gives you 64. So the final numerical answer would be. All right. So if we look at the log of 8x plus 3 log of x minus the log of 2x squared, the difference is its variables. So again, it's going to be 8x times x to the third. Everybody recalls when we have a coefficient, it turns into an exponent, right? So that would become, and the log's still out front. Okay? So it's the log of 8x times x cubed. That's what the 3 log x became. Coefficients become exponents. Everybody's good with that. And then the minus means division, so now I got 2x squared. If I look at my numbers, what's 8 divided by 2? 4. X times x cubed is x to the 4th. X fourth divided by x squared is x squared. So your final answer would be the log of 4x squared. All right, and then you'd be done. Because there is no power of log of 10 that goes into 4. Now what you may have to do, and this is what we'll tackle on Monday, is let's say you had the log 5 of 125x cubed. Okay, so log 5 of 125x cubed. Well, 125 is 5 to the third. So this would become the log 5 of 5 to the third times x cubed. And you would give the directions to do this to make sure you know. And then instead of condensing like we did, we'd expand. So this would become the log 5 of 5 to the cubed plus the log 5 of x cubed. And then you would have 3 plus log 5 of x cubed. But we'll focus on that on Monday. All right, those of you at home, if you're good, I'm good. Have yourself a great weekend. You got 20 minutes to frolic and be young. Those of you in the room, you have 20 minutes to, I guess, frolic and maybe be young. I don't know. Just don't catch COVID from each other. All right, Monday, you just need that sheet. Tuesday, we'll start talking quiz review. Wednesday, seniors will be doing one EduLac assignment. Juniors will be doing another. Thursday, we'll review the quiz, and Friday next week, you will take a test. And we will talk next week about taking it in class or at home. But yeah, thanks.